You can see the engine.
What's the year on this?
This is a 1929.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
Sure, let's go closer.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So what did you take out of here? Was this the engine then?
that is the engine, and that engine will actually run.
Huh.
It needs some new spark plugs, wires and stuff, but we did free it up so that it turns. So everything, it's just a matter of getting all the stuff put back on it.
Do these lights work?
They should.
That's the next project?
They
Oh,
should
nice.
still work, yep. The brakes work, the transmission works.
How fast does it go? 20?
40, 45 maybe.
Really?
Yeah. So, and then this fender here rusted out because he had a leak in the woodshed. It dripped on this fender and kind of rusted
50
that
years
out.
of leaking on a car
Yep.
is probably not good.
Yep.
I see.
But otherwise yeah.
Where does the Model A fit in the pecking order of the models and Model
Well, the
T? and all that
Model
stuff?
T was first.
Yep.
Yeah. So then it was Model A. Then they did come out with Model B.
Oh.
But then, and I don't know how long they made that. But then they just started going by years.
Got it. Is this where you put the gas in?
That's the radiator. That's
That's
the
the
gas.
coolant?
Yep.
Oh.
Coolant there. Gasoline here.
Got it.
And
You can just put unleaded in it, it'll be fine, or you have to do some
yeah,
premium?
no, it'll burn. Yeah, I mean, these things will burn anything.
I figured, yeah.
They're a real simple engine,
Uh-huh.
but real, well built. Of course, it's all cast stuff. It's not as precision as the stuff we
Did you
have.
get this one up and running now?
What's that?
This engine?
No, it will, but we've got it freed up
Freed up? Okay.
so that when they sit, it kind of seizes a little bit. And then there's a hand crank that goes in the front. that
Oh,
you can
right
actually-
here?
Yep, that you can actually turn the engine over with.
Got it.
And that's when you time it, you use that to get the thing lined up just exactly right. And,
Is this the horn?
yep, that's the old horn.
It's funny how this takes up so much of the hood.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so you can see here's this is actually where the oil goes in. They just threw this over as a cover.
Yeah.
With the old generator there,
Wow.
How many cylinders is that?
a 4.
4?
Yep.
And there's a key that's custom for this particular car, I'm sure. And
The key?
yeah,
Yeah, matter of fact, we couldn't find a key for it, but I had it over at my friend's house who was going to start working on it, and he found that my father-in-law had taken the key when he put it in the woodshed, wrapped it up in a big ball of electrical friction tape, the old friction tape,
okay.
and then taped it onto something here under the hood.
Oh,
So
so
they
you would
found
lose
the
it.
key for it.
Wow.
So, yep.
Otherwise, you would have been in trouble, probably.
Yeah, otherwise, you just.
It's probably not too sophisticated.
No, the key is just an on-off. Right?
It's
It's
not
like
off.
you could put a toggle switch in
Got
it.
it. Sure.
But so yeah, and then you want to see the inside?
Yeah, sure.
There's a big old spider. Yeah,
Sure, I can.
if you can. Yeah.
So what gauges do you have? Just speedometer and that's and mileage? Or
Yeah, I think there's
What's that,
a
odometer?
speedometer. There might be. I don't know if there's a temperature gauge to it or.
is this the lock?
That's the latch for the door latch. The actually the window does come down yet.
Nice.
This is actually the latch there, but the steering wheel, the brake, and the shifter.
Wow.
Yep, this is the original interior.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the roof is usually as leather over wood.
Got it.
And so that kind of rotted out. So I just covered it so that when I move it out, I have to move it outside or something. I don't want water.
What's it sound
running
like
in
when
it.
you run it? Is it loud? Like
Well, no, they're pretty quiet. Yeah, they're not real loud. Like I said, we haven't had this one running, but
right. And you got a trunk too, and
yep. So trunk,
Nice.
and there's actually
A spare tire.
yep, so there's a spare, and there's some, these are, this is another front cowl, and then I got a different set of horns that came off of another one.
What's this?
That's where the spare gets mounted.
Oh,
On
so
there,
the spare
yeah.
was hanging out on the
Yep,
back.
yep, hanging on the back there. So, you know, they modified these to do whatever they wanted them to do. You know?
I figured.
And so, like the headlights, those are probably off of some other car.
Right.
These are original wheels, but I got them from a different car.
Okay.
Had them sandblasted, and we got new tires on them so that we could roll it. You know.
Right.
And but it had, you know, about 4 different kinds of tires on it when we got it.
Figured it out.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
like,
does this space articulate or communicate with the interior too?
No,
Okay.
this goes.
This is its
up
own
behind
box.
the seat there, and yep. And then
It's funny, you can see the
pulls up.
springs
Well, that's
on-
the back of the seat.
Right. it's
So
funny
if you
can
pull
see the
that seat out,
springs. I see.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's amazing how big the trunk actually.
Well, that's what I was
is,
just
you know?
gonna say. Is it's amazingly big.
So this is, you know, in some models they would have a rumble seat on here.
Oh, sure.
So that's the one that folds out like that, and they wouldn't have a trunk, but they'd have the extra 2 seats, which are great in the summer, not so good when it's raining, you know.
But if you got more than just mom and dad,
Yep,
or you, know,
Yep.
you and your wife or whatever.
yeah. Could you imagine though? You look at the size of the interior here. Imagine 3 grown men
Driving a
This thing
long way.
driving all the way to Alaska. Then he used to take it up into. I